So today we are at it again. How are you guys? Right, so today we are talking about how to succeed in life, and two major things: have set goals, set clear goals, and show up. Right, so I'd like to talk about number one. Number one, of course, is have an excellent execution. Be somebody who actually goes out and actually goes and attempts. So the first one we'll talk about show up. Right, that it is not about somebody who keeps saying that they're going to start a business, they're going to start a family, but at the end of the day they have not begun. So the most important is showing up, that you actually have to be somebody who shows up and of course have an excellent execution. Begin something that of course we can actually see the actions and the progression in that. So, and you have measurable goals, whatever it is, whether it is a business, whether it is marriage, whether it is a career, for example, a career progression. So it is important for you to actually set the goals and of course show up. Don't be just somebody who talks about it but they are not visible, they are not doing anything about it. So number two, we'll talk about dare. Go out and be courageous. Be somebody who actually does things differently. You want to be excellent in marriage, in every aspect, in parenting, for example. So it is important for you to be courageous. You'll find a lot of criticism. You begin as a startup and you'll find some of the things even in the background. Maybe, for example, you have financial crisis, you have issues, family issues, but it is important for you to actually be courageous. Don't let people discourage you, for example, or don't let even your inner child, for example, actually keep discouraging you and telling you it's not practically not possible. So you can see it is very actually important for you to be courageous in life. Go out and start that family, start that startup, for example. It's the business that you want to begin. So it is very important in life to actually begin whatever it is that you'd want. Then number three is prepare psychologically to actually be discouraged. Prepare psychologically that things might not necessarily, you have set goals, but things might not always go the way you had wanted. You had set up 1 year plan, for example, or a 2-month plan, for example. Things, there's just seasons of life that things might not necessarily flow like you had expected. That things might, for example, you might find mishaps, you might find discouragement, you must find criticism. You, for example, want to begin even an e-commerce store, you'll find that the things that you have not learned, that you're not even equipped to maybe skills. What you'll find is, for example, even the criticism that you get is important for feedback. It is important for growth of anything in life. So that is a secret of life, for you to actually be courageous, go out and there. And of course, we are saying number three is prepare psychologically, that things might not necessarily go the way you want. Life is not always smooth, that there are going to be, of course, this particular season things seem to be working just fine, but there are also seasons that of course there is going to be clients are not flowing in, the customers are not doing very well. But now what you do is re-strategize. So that takes us to number three. You must be somebody who is flexible. You have to be somebody who is actually adjusting to the seasons and to the waves and even to the things that are coming in, even the new things that are coming in that regard. So you have to be somebody who is actually adaptable. So the skill there is like in business, you have to be somebody who's, even in marriage, even in parenting, you'll find that this particular day you thought that you raised this particular child in a nice way. So you find that it is important for you to actually prepare psychologically that things might not necessarily always go your way, and it is okay. It is okay for you to re-strategize and even begin, start over, because we say never quit. Do not quitting is not, you will only find doubt. You will only find you quit, you'll only regret later. So it is important for anybody who wants to actually succeed in life, for them to be able to prepare psychologically that things might not necessarily always go the way you want. What you're saying is don't numb your vulnerability. You might be vulnerable. You might be vulnerable. You might be criticized, and you feel that, oh, the person, for example, if it is somebody very close to you and they're attached to you and they say something and you feel like, that wasn't supposed to go like that. So it depends. So it is important that in life you actually don't numb those vulnerabilities, that it is okay. It is okay for people to do whatever it is that they do, but at the end of the day, it is okay for you to fail, but the most important thing is for you to actually, of course, rise. And then you have said, be visible, right? In any business, it is important for you to succeed in life. People, you have to let people know that you actually do exist. It is a career, for example. You have to make sure that even at workplace, your work is outstanding. Your work is actually visible. That people can actually, they know if it is a startup, for example, it's a business. It is at your workplace. It is your 8 to 5 job. For example, people know if this particular person is not there, what will happen? This particular place might become indispensable, might not go the way they want it. Things might not flow like it should. That you have a spirit of excellence. You do things so well that people even miss you when you are away or you're on leave. Yes, that people normalize to actually be somebody who is valuable, be visible. If it is online, if it is an e-commerce store, make sure that even the things that you're posting, if it is a product, for example, if there is a mishap, know how to deal with your clients. Make sure that even if you have influencer, you are an influencer, for example, you have to be visible. How will people know your product or your service actually exists if you are not visible? So visibility at work, visibility even in your business is very important. Then the next one is take responsibility. Take personal responsibility. Even if you learn to delegate, even if it is a startup and you are the director or you are the founder, of course you can't work alone. You delegate, but always can learn to take responsibility. You're a parent, for example. Personally, I actually deal with teenagers, and you find that sometimes the parents, because you see when somebody is actually in their teenage years, what happens is they're likely to be a bit rebellious. They're likely to feel like their parents, what they are telling them might not necessarily be what they want to hear. So what happens is you'll find some parents actually want to shift the blame to teachers, for example, shift the blame to actually the nanny. But you have to be somebody who takes responsibility. It is even in a business. You are the CEO. You are the one. You're the boss. You are the main guy. You without you, and the buck should actually stop with you. So if you want to succeed in life, take responsibility. Even if it is just in a marriage, it is important to actually take responsibility. Agree that yes, this I might not have been present if it was a proposal that went through, and maybe that proposal was not able to actually go through. You not even close that particular deal. It is important even as a CEO to actually take responsibility, even of the people who are under you. You are, for example, the manager, the director. It is important for you to actually be the one that the buck stops with you. Right? That you not begin out to blame others and say, oh, I'm not the one who closed that deal. I am not the one who is doing this. You need to follow up and know that at the end of the day, you have to carry excellence so that it trickles down even to the people around you. If you're a father, you're a mother, what happens is, of course, what you do, if you're shifting the blame, you will not be able to solve the problem. Yes, because it will just be swept under the cover and people just want to deal with it and don't want to deal with it. Eventually, you have to deal with it. It's just basically postponing a problem. A problem is better solved once it arises. It doesn't accumulate. It doesn't have it doesn't snowball. So it is important for people to actually deal and take responsibility of any particular issue, especially mishaps or even mishaps with clients or even in any situation. So it is important to actually take responsibility. Then in life, then number 6, we'll talk about being grateful. Practice gratitude. Practice being actually grateful. It is important in life. Practice being grateful. Practice gratitude. Yes, being grateful. An attitude of joy. That you enjoy the little things in life. The small things in life. Those things actually count in life. Yes, don't be somebody who complains all the time. In actual sense, when the Bible says that come in His presence with thankfulness, with a grateful heart. So it is important for you to actually be grateful in life. So always, yes, regardless of the situation, sometimes situations can be difficult. What you expected is not what you get. The goals you have set might not necessarily actually be fulfilled within even the timelines that you want. Fine, they are measurable, but sometimes it is not practical. Yes, you can imagine if it is parenting. For you to succeed in parenting, there are things you'll expect your child to do. There are things you'll expect your partner in marriage to do. Or even yourself, you come short of what those expectations. It is okay. So it is okay for you to normalize that mistakes do happen and actually accept that there are seasons. There are those seasons that things might not necessarily go the way we want. There could be sickness. There could be financial crisis. It is not necessarily as a time for people to actually shift the blame start blaming others, or begin to put your partner or your colleagues or people around you in bad light. The point is for you to actually be grateful and enjoy the joys of life. That you even grateful that you have a sunshine. Like right now there is rain. The rains are serious, and there are places like, for example, that are flooding. Yeah, thankfully, for example, like it's you're grateful that your house has not even flooded. There are places that you can't even walk out. People have had to move. So, practice, enjoy the little things of life, that you actually carry a spirit of joy. Yes, live, laugh, live. Laugh. Learn to just even laugh about situations. That is very important. Then, of course, number 7 is self-belief. Self-belief. That you have to believe in yourself. Nobody else is going to be your greatest cheerleader. You have to be your first cheerleader. You have to be somebody who pats themselves in the back and says, hey, by the way, I am doing very well. That this, whatever it is, the goals have been set, but in actual sense, you can see progress there. That you might not necessarily be where you are, but you can see that there is progress, that you're actually in the right path. And even beginning alone is something to be grateful about. It is something to know that you have begun the journey, that the journey, some things will just flow. Some things, sometimes it may not flow, but it is important for you to actually recognize that you are your greatest cheerleader. Believe in yourself. Have self-belief that nobody else in life is going to actually believe in you. So you have to be one person who does do believe in yourself, right? Basically, as in, and learn to also increase even in terms of go get skills, right? If somebody criticizes you or somebody gives you this particular feedback, the most important thing is go back and even go back to school. There are so many online courses, there are so many skills you can learn online, whatever it is, even parenting classes. Let's normalize, for example, taking even parenting classes. Yes, you find some parents, actually what happens, like myself, I actually deal with teenagers, and of course teen psychology is, at that age, of course, they are a bit rebellious. So you find the parents sometimes don't want even to take those classes. Those classes are important. Then of course, then we'll talk about number 8 is mentorship. Have somebody who mentors you, somebody who guides you through. Yes? Somebody who takes you, they have done the business before, they've had startups before, they have been parents before, they have had, their marriages has been there 20 years. You just got married the other day, maybe 2 years ago, and the things that you're experiencing, you almost want to quit. It is important to learn that people have done this before. There's nothing new under the sun. So what happens is you have to actually ask somebody else to guide you, and somebody else to actually even learn to take life coaching. Yes, you don't necessarily know everything. So it is important for you to, for example, even pay for those classes, pay for those coaching classes, go start up. Let people who have done, even growing a YouTube channel, everything, you're in baking, all these are classes, and you can actually take them during your free time and online. You don't have to physically be there. So it is important to, number 8, you're saying, have a mentor, have somebody who guides you, somebody who walks with you, for example, right? Somebody is coaching you, right? Just learn that you're not the first, that these things actually, for you to develop, and these are secrets, that you have to be somebody who will give you their personal experiences. You realize when if you're going through a challenge, so you're not the first. It is easy to come out so that you don't get discouraged or actually don't quit. So it is important for you to take a mentor, to take up a mentor, even if it means paying them, even if it means paying for these skills. Those are very important. Then the last one, which is number 9, of course, is spirituality. Spiritual, everything in life is spiritual. Even before things can actually manifest in the physical, what happens is that these things are already there. Remember, if you're practicing an attitude of gratitude, you're always grateful. What happens is, even if the current circumstances don't necessarily seem to actually reflect what you are saying, what happens is, even the spiritual realm, what happens is the energies, of course, what will happen is they will even create an atmosphere around it that will enable you to actually manifest. Your subconscious, what will happen is actually will begin, even your mind, your brain will now begin to actually believe some of those things that you have kept manifesting and even kept saying. So it is important for you to actually make sure that it's not religion. We're not talking about religion, because basically religion means that somebody's opinion, or those opinions that people have created around religion, is what or their encounters or their opinions are what really are certain, are what we should actually follow. So it is important for you then to actually understand spirituality basically means that you actually, the things that you have believed. If you're a Christian, for example, there are things that, of course, we talked about, have mantras. Yes, mantras that you affirm yourself. You have affirmations on a daily basis. You say that I am the greatest, for example, that I am God's apple of his eye, that I'm the head and never the tail, that I'm a lender to the nations. You can see if it is spirituality, what it says in actual sense, it is to say that what you have believed, those mantras, those values that you have put, those are the things that you actually eventually manifest. So spirituality is very different from religion. So those are the secrets for you to succeed in any area of life. So it is important for you to actually learn them. I'll put them in the description box. So guys, thank you very much for watching our video, how to succeed in life in every aspect, the secrets of success. So if you're not subscribed to our channel, kindly do subscribe. We love you guys. Like our channel, like our videos. We love you guys. Bye.